Okay, our final speaker today demonstrates you can also have the personality to be funny if you've got a musculoskeletal condition. It's my pleasure to introduce podcaster and comedian Bianca Ismailowski.
Thank you. You really set me up saying personality before I got up here. It's high pressure. I actually thought I was going to be the young, fit speaker today, and then Talia and Mitch just ruined that for me, so thanks. My name is Bianca Ismailowski. I am Australia's #1 ethically non-monogamous, sober, bisexual, divorcee comedian. And I have an autoimmune condition. Actually, I have two. So I got diagnosed with Hashimoto's when I was 14 years old. And I got diagnosed with psoriatic arthritis when I was 27 years old. Now, at the time that I got the diagnosis of psoriatic arthritis, one, I didn't know that psoriasis could become arthritis. That was news to me. I've had this condition for a while, still don't understand it at all. But I was so naive at the time that I didn't know people young could get arthritis. I had started having pain in my hands, and people would say, "Do you think it's arthritis?" And I was like, "No, I'm far too young and attractive. No, I couldn't possibly." And I actually thought I had DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, because I'd been crocheting. And I thought, what an extreme sport I've gotten myself into. And yeah, it actually turns out it was arthritis. It had been really debilitating up to that point because I was just so ignorant of what it could be. I was married at the time, and my husband would have to dress me in the morning because I was so unable to move my body, which is just such not a normal thing for a 27-year-old. So once I got diagnosed, I got put on medication, and the first day after taking the meds, I got out of bed myself and I managed to dress myself. So I thought, this is so chill, right? Like, they've got medication for this, I'm gonna be great. You know, I was like doing the moonwalk poorly, but I felt great about myself because I just thought there's medications. But what I've learned is that there is so much more to having these conditions than just having soreness. Let me just say, first of all, medications, that is a journey. I'm still trying to figure it out. So that on one hand is that. But what I didn't know about this condition is the mental toll that it takes, the emotional toll that it takes, the fatigue, the mental drain. Not just, I don't want to say that I'm grateful for COVID, but I'm grateful for everyone that got it and then told me that they suffer from fatigue now, because I'm like, yeah, you feel me, dog. Because up until then, no one really understood what it's like. It's so exhausting. I have to plan my days in advance around, am I going to have enough energy for this later? Will I be able to actually do this? It's difficult for me as a comedian. A lot of my gigs are at night, and I have to cancel a lot of them. It impacts my life in many ways, social settings, dating. It's very difficult to have this condition and try to act like a normal person. And the hardest part about it is that I keep thinking I am a normal person because I look healthy, I look great. Because I look healthy, and some days I am healthy. I can go for a run, I can dance, and I can feel great about myself, but I don't realise that the next day I'm going to pay for that tenfold. And people don't understand that I am sick. It doesn't matter how many times I tell them I can't come tonight because I'm tired, they don't hear it, they think I'm lazy, they think I'm bailing on plans, and it's really impacted my social life because people can't tend to understand that I may look like this, but on the inside I'm in a lot of pain. I woke up this morning and cried about coming here today because I was in so much pain, and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to get through this day, because that's just the reality that living with these conditions is like. So the thing that I would want most for, what I'm so grateful for RYBD Bones Day is raising the awareness and letting people know that these conditions exist and that you can be young. I was going to say me young, but yeah, you can be young and have these conditions. And that what we go through every day, that every day is a struggle, and to be a bit more understanding. In my line of work, I don't want to say I'm an influencer, but I do talk about having arthritis, and the thing that I hear the most from my followers is always, thank you for saying this, I feel so alone. And the reason I talk about it is because I too feel alone. Just hearing you speak before Talia, really, I also related, and when Angela was on before, I also really related. I wanted to cry because you do feel alone. It's really an isolating condition, and now that I am, divorced and I have a real chip on my shoulder and inflammation too, about living with someone ever again. I have a real problem with marriage. I really see the effects even more because I struggle in the mornings quite often, and there's no one there, and I have to just be like, well, you got to get through this. So it can be a really lonely, isolating condition, and so it means a lot to have everyone here today and for Radio Bones Day to exist, and let's make some noise for musculoskeletal awareness. Yes, thank you.